Vicious with the score. He could get it. Oh, he's got connection. Back to the Garcia for the win.
What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another edition of Throwdown Thursday, the Friday Encore
That's
episode.
right. It's a Friday encore of Throwdown Thursday main event. Very special matchup here today, Rich. We have none other than the lost coaches, the coaches that have lost in the Breakaway internal finals. We felt bad about not being able to broadcast on Thanksgiving week, so we decided to do a special encore. So if you missed this broadcast, you can watch it on the VOD next Thursday at 5 o'clock as if it were an actual live Throwdown Thursday match.
Don't forget, you know what? This broadcast has been brought to us by a very special friend and sponsor of the event.
That's right. Let's give a shout out to our sponsor, Asus, the official monitor and system provider for Breakaway. The VG248QE is a 24-inch monitor well known in the competitive scene and esports for its 144 Hz refresh rate with a 1 millisecond response time. And the G11 desktop sheds light on uncompromising performance. This powerful machine allows you to play Breakaway without compromising your gameplay and streaming in the best possible quality.
You know what? Talk about quality. Let's talk about the players that are going to be playing today. Again, you mentioned that we have coaches, so we're hoping to see some primo, top-action gameplay from all the players that are playing.
That's right. This should be some of the best gameplay of Breakaway that we have seen to date. So let's start out looking at the red team. We have none other than Team Angry Coaches. Giving it up, kicking it off in lead-up spot, we have none other than Dave Hall, lead designer for Breakaway, a.k.a. Da Bills.
You know,
let's see who he's going to be picking, Rich.
The Bills definitely built up a fan base from the first time that they played over here, where they did play in one of the very first Throwdown Thursdays, and today he's going to be playing as Black Knight.
Look at that. What can we expect from that, Rich?
You know, David all around has the ability to run, has great map awareness, so we can see some great passes from him, but this guy's also ready to brawl whenever needed.
All right, next up for Team Angry Coaches is none other than Old Rusty Robot. You know him, you love him. Brian Littenbrink wearing a little #1 coach badge. That's nice. Too bad his team lost yesterday, but, you know, let's not tell him that. He's a lead tech artist, and looks like he's rolling with Alona.
I'm very excited to see how he plays. You know what? Being a coach, you have this responsibility where you have to be able to see everything. And I love how that is going to play when he's going to have the Alona pick on his side this time around.
All right, let's see if he plays as well as he coaches. Next up on Team Angry Coaches is none other than Chris Corey, game designer. You may know him as Ooglezorp with the scary gaze, man. He's freaking me out right now.
You know, that's the same thing that he does for every single one of his opponents, because he is probably the strongest player in the entire studio, and he's going to be bringing on that Spartacus to kill on everybody. We're going to see a lot of retribution. We're going to see a lot of kicks off the stage, but, you know, always a surprise whenever he's playing.
All right, rounding it out for Team Angry Coaches, none other than, there he is, Fred Cachero, a.k.a. Great Trip, a game designer on Breakaway. Fred will be playing as...
Let's see.
Boom.
Oh, there
Sheriff
it is.
in town.
So the Sheriff is in town. Rollins is in play. Looks like we have a nice balanced team comp. Rollins is always good because he is the wild card. Is he going to be going for the all the buildables? Is he going to be going for straight DPS? Or is it the mobility option? And will we see some relic running and passing with this?
You know, it's a pretty stacked team, Rich. You have 3 game designers on there, including the lead game designer and the lead tech artist. You know, this is looking pretty good for this team.
On top of that, you have somebody who has experience on many weeks of coaching. So, you know, for these teams, we've seen successful teams are the ones that have a shot caller on it. But right now, you put a coach on there, again, carried on the experience or that they've acquired over time, and I think that they're going to do very well today.
All right, well, you couldn't pick the harder competition for these guys, and none other than the Throwdown Thursday undefeated champions, Salty Runbacks. Leading up for the Salty Runbacks, none other than Greg Knowlton, a.k.a. Earl Grey, the VFX artist on Breakaway.
You know what? I don't even have to wait for it, but I know that this guy's going to be picking Alona, and let's see. Is my bet right? You're right, Alona for the pick. This has been a fan favorite, and, you know, one of the guys that people go to for how to learn how to play Alona. Expect to see, again, a very crazy rushdown style. He never dies, and he's going to be going for gold every single time. So definitely keep an eye out for Earl Grey.
All right, next up on Team Salty Runbacks, everyone's favorite, John Bautista, just call me Bow, game designer on Breakaway.
Last time, John picked Spartacus, but we've also seen the Black Knight. However, today he's sticking again with that Spartacus. So expecting him to jump in there, and I almost feel that he's going to specifically hunt for Chris Corey, going for the flanks, going for the retribution, high damage output, and we can predict that attack damage and movement speed are going to be his favorite buys for today.
All right, next up for Team Salty Runback is none other than Mike Willett. Berserker Mike, what kind of meme you got for us? Anything? Does he have anything for us? No, look at that. He's playing it a little straight, a little cautious.
He's repping the Twitch hoodie with a whole lot of patches, shows that he's been getting around. Right now, his pick for today's event is going to be Rollins. You know what? Last time, we seen Mike shine when he's running the Relic. The combo that he has with Zinram, with the team captain, and the chemistry that these guys have is going to be something to look forward to. But Rollins, the movement speed, the damage options, I'm not really sure, but I can expect him to be paired up with our captain next.
That's a nice surprise with our senior producer there, Mike Willett. Normally he gets to go for a Black Knight, right?
Yes.
Interesting. All right, and finally, the team captain for Salty Runbacks, creative director on Breakaway himself, Dave Verfai, a.k.a. Zinramu.
Number one. You know what, Zinramu, this is a player that has everybody under his belt as far as a character to select, but today it's going to be all about the Throwgrim.
That's right, Throwgrim.
Now, he's going to go out there and specifically aim to throw people off the stage, right? And he's trying to make this meme a thing, where Throwgrim is a real thing. And on top of that, his running abilities, in general, the guy is an amazing breakaway player. So everybody on this team is a heavy hitter. I don't know what's going to happen because today is going to be a 3 out of 5 match.
That's right, kicking it in with our Throwdown Thursday main event format. It is a best of 5 series. So we will see who's going to pull it off. You guys on the chat log, feel free to hashtag your vote, hashtag Salty Runbacks, hashtag Angry Coaches. Who do you think is going to win? This is going to be an exciting match. So, you know, what can we expect? What's the keys to victory? If you're Salty Runbacks, how do you keep that undefeated streak alive?
There are 2 carries on this team, and I think that they live with the Alonas. The Alona, I think the first team to lose their Alona, they're going to have a problem because everybody knows how to punish and definitely take advantage of the fact that there's a power play on board. But I don't know. It's all about who wins the team fights in the early games, and it depends also on what type of buys that people are going to be picking. So I think we're about to get into a game in just a little bit. Again, folks, all of you at home, if you're interested on this game, please look for more information at playbreakaway.com. We're running our alpha on December 15th, so hop on over there. But for now, let's dive into the action. That is Breakaway.
Here we go on the El Dorado, the City of Gold. We see there, right there, look at that. Red Rollins just kind of popping off there, doing some taunts, wasting his ult barrage. Will that come to haunt him?
You know what? It won't. Luckily, this time around, as soon as the timer does run up, all cooldowns are refreshed. So it's a kind of a test to see what kind of abilities you have.
All right, we see Just Call Me Bao going there. Spartacus going up the right side there, trying to take that red buff. That's a damage increase for your entire team if he's able to take that. We see Grey Trip trying to make a play there with the Relic, but he gets stopped by Earl Grey, who dashes into the action, casting Radiance there for Alona, healing whoever is near her. Now let's talk about the ways to win in Breakaway, Rich.
So there's 3 ways to win in Breakaway. The first way is to grab that Relic and score it to the opposing team's relay. That is one way. Or if you don't know what a relay is, that's the goal on the other side. Number 2 is to completely eliminate everybody on the opposite team before anybody can respawn, and that is called a team wipe. And last but not least, one of my favorite, the most exciting one for me, is the territory win. And that's make sure that by the time the clock ticks down to 0.
Hold on, Rich. Sorry, I got to cut you off there. Look at a push going on. Berserker Mike trying to make a dash, but no, it gets stopped by Tabills, who uses the Thorns ability. On the rebound, they're able to get it, but it does get passed and intercepted by the red team. It's a battle. Look at that. Look at that. Blue team. Great action from Salty Runbacks. Catching the relay, taking the Relic there, throwing it right into the relay on the rebound. Watch this in the instant replay, Rich.
So you can see him just going on the back line. And I love the toss from the back line, just getting it in. And again, you won't be able to catch for an interception if you're mid-attack. So you have to make sure to make the right decisions at the right times. So as I was mentioning earlier, there was 3 ways to win. The final way, again, is a territory win. And that's just making sure you and your team have the Relic beyond the halfway point line as soon as the clock ticks down to 0. But enough of that. Let's talk about what's going on for the match right now.
What can we see with equipment purchases?
So it looks like we have a level 3 item already by Just Call Me Bao. And that's probably because of the 2-0 kills that he has. So getting 2 people killed, never dying once, that's a whole lot of gold, especially to jump into round 2.
All right, here we see Berserker Mike playing as Rollins there, holding the Relic, waiting for his team to get into position. He decides to just kind of camp out, see how things are going, tries to pass it upfield. The relic's now midfield, picked up by the Bills. The Bills trying to go up the right side there, trying to make a push, throws it right into the red zone, but it's intercepted by Berserker Mike, trying to push it out there, but he does get stopped by Uglezorp. Uglezorp, nice retribution, takes out the Black Knight.
But there's 2 members down from the red team, even if they have the red buff, but that's pretty huge for the blue team, and they may try to capitalize off of this if they're able to stop Alona.
All right, we see Old Rusty Robot now trying to wait for his team to respawn. Team up full health. Here he goes. There's the 2 coaches captains there. You got DeBills on the red team. You got Zinramu on the blue team. Look how focused they are. Very intense now. DeBills trying to make a move. You got that Light of Judgment there placed by Earl Grey. That's a turret. As sun rays hit you, you get more and more damage takes. DeBills trying to take out that buildable. Rich, what other buildables can we expect in Breakaway?
There's going to be a lot of buildables. There's going to be 2 per character. They do persist throughout a match, so as long as they don't get destroyed, you're going to be able to stack them, and that's where it starts to get crazy. That's where we start to see the map evolve. But right now, Zinramu is pushing for that relic, wanting to get that second score for his team.
But look at that. Great defense from the red team there. Great trip picking up the relic, trying to make a play, but Just Call Me Bao says, no, you will not take that relic. I want it. Mine, mine, mine. But no, Bao gets melted by Uglezorp. Uglezorp now making a push there, going up the right side, passes it up to DeBills. DeBills going on the left side. Is he able to get it in there? DeBills trying to make a move there. It's 3-on-2. Is he able to do it? Passes the Great Trip. Great Trip trying to make a pass up the middle to Uglezorp, but no, it gets intercepted, and a great clear from the blue team. Salty runbacks, proving why they're undefeated.
Such a good line of defense for the blue team, and you can see that 2 walls and hammer from Thorgrim just putting a stop to everything. But not only that, but you also have the 4 bodies that exist on the blue team, making it nearly impossible for red team to penetrate.
All right, great passing move there from Berserker Mike to the Alona character on the blue team. DeBill's now trying to make a move there for his team. He gets stopped by Berserker Mike using that Rollins action. Rollins, one of the fastest characters in Breakaway. What other abilities does Rollins have, Rich?
Rollins has a barrage, which you saw right there, which is 12 consecutive shots, just hitting anybody in his way. He has the ability to aim it at anybody, but you know what? That's a high DPS item. He also has the Blast, which is a long single strike target attack that's used mainly to knock people off the stage. He's got 2 more. Right now, we got a lot of action on the screen.
All right, here we see it. The red team is now just trading blows with the blue team as action just continues to go back and forth right around midfield. We see flying Black Knights all over the place. Earl Grey trying to pick up the relic for her team, taking it over there to the left side. Earl Grey trying to make a move, passes the relic midfield. Pit up by Zinramu, now going to slide down there, getting that extra momentum. Throws up the left side there. Can Great Trip stop him? Yes, he can. And now we see just action happening right at the foot of the base. Zinramu trying to make one last-ditch effort, using that last-second shield wall to defend him so he does not die.
He has nearly only a pixel left, but finally gets eliminated. He's going to get out in trade for Spartacus, now coming back in the mix. But you know what? I do love the pressure. Anytime that the red team's going in, it's the entire team. It's never a single person, and they do have double buffs.
All right, and we're down to 45 seconds. You saw that yellow line in midfield. That is the territory marker. If you get that ball, that relic, past the line of scrimmage there, when time expires, your team will get the point. There we go, relic getting passed out of bounds, gets respawned back where it was previously. We got a big battle happening right at the foot of the blue base though. This is great for the red team if they can keep stalling for another 28 seconds.
And you can see the walls now going down for the blue team, making it easier, slower, like slowly and slowly. The red team does have a chance of getting it because that Thorger wall is down.
That was a nice Ragnarok by Zinramu trying to make one last-ditch effort as 15 seconds are on the clock. The blue team has to get the relic across the line of scrimmage there. Are they going to be able to pull it off? We see Great Trip now trying to make a move there for the red team, but nice dash there by Just Call Me Bao. The relic, 5 seconds left to go. It's right at midfield. This could be anyone's game to Bill's last-ditch effort as Black Knight throws it in there, and there it is. Score 1 for the red team.
You know what? You can't stop the Bills. This guy's ability to move that relic slowly, again, with that tank character, is so hard to do. He had the 4 characters on him at all times, but look, like he's doing it with a smile on his face, and that's pretty crazy.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know if that was
tough.
a smile. The Bills look pretty, he looked a little winded there on that.
You know, it's pretty close as far as items go right now, but let's keep in mind.
Look at the heroic on Uglezorp, though.
Has a heroic item, and for those who don't know, heroic is level 4 of an equipment purchase that these guys have, which gives you a crazy bonus, so expect to see a lot of damage from Uglezorp.
All right, there we see it. Action now midfield now as Zinramu picks up the relic, takes it up the left side, does get stopped, though, by Great Trip. Doing a great job there as a Rollins, just trying to take whoever has the relic. If you get hit with the relic, you will instantly lose it. Nice buff pickup by the red team. They now have both buffs yet again, Rich.
Yes, very consistent on picking up these buffs. It could be a reason, you know, due to the fact that they're purchasing Demolition, which also contributes to the damage towards buffs. So a great call right there by the red team, and good job on getting buffs every single round.
That was a nice clear by Earl Grey, throwing the relic back up there to midfield. Old Rusty Robot now trying to go on the aggressive side as Alona going up the right side there. Old Rusty Robot passes it into the red zone there, but it's picked up by Thorgrim there for Zinramu. for the blue team. Thorgrim using a dash to gain ground, passing the Relic upfield. Relic gets picked up by Old Rusty Robot, though, trying to take it back for the red team. It's back and forth. These are two amazing teams, Rich.
And you look at that self-pass right there by Old Rusty Robot. So technically hard to do. The timing and the spacing.
All right, gotta catch you up there. Old Rusty Robot trying to make a move there. Gets stopped, though, by the Wrecking Hammer of Thorgrim. The massive defenses. Thorgrim, one of the best characters for defensive buildables. You got the walls and you got the Wrecking Hammer.
That's right. And the reason you're seeing multiples again is because, like I called out earlier, these do stack over time as long as they're not destroyed. And it's going to make it harder and harder for red team to go.
All right, here we go. Berserker Mike trying to make the same move there, dashing to gain that extra momentum. He's got to use the dash ability, but there are no more buildables there on the red team side, so it's pretty wide open there. Red team's going to have to use a lot of defense there to stop him. There you see that nice barrage you talked about earlier, Rich, from Rollins there. Berserker Mike trying to make a move there up the right side. Gets stopped by Grey Trip as you have 4 red team against 1. That's not going to be a good matchup there, and the red team successfully able to clear the Relic out of there.
And look at the movement. 3-man formations, now 4-man. All 4 going in. So many options.
All right, Old Rusty Robot doing a nice dash, get there, but the toss just doesn't get there. Black Knight to Bills unable to get it on the rebound, and the blue team's able to save it. No, they're not! Look at that! Quick action from Black Knight into Bills. Picks up the Relic at the last second and scores it right in there for their team.
You know what? I love it. The Bill's going in there, activating Thorns, which is his ultimate ability, which will hit everybody, but able to grab the Relic, use that defensive role while Relic's in hand, and securing that second point, making it 2-1.
The Bill's making me look bad because I thought they had it, man. I did not expect that. I should know better than to doubt the power of the lead designer, Dave Hall.
You know what's great? The later and later that we get into these games, the more rounds that these guys play, the items play such a big role in what happens on the screen. Expect to see a lot of fighting, especially from blue side now.
All right, there we saw there the Black Knight there putting that spike trap. Tell us a little bit more about the spike trap, Rich.
Spike trap is a spike that actually pops up every few seconds. It's a buildable that the Black Knight gets to pull down. It'll knock you up. It'll force fumbles. Wow, great passing plays.
Amazing pass there from, oh, but look at that. Gets totally melted by Uglezorp. But Uglezorp there, right there, fighting right next to that spike trap we were talking about.
Just back-to-back ultimates there from the barrage of Rollins, but then the heals as well from Rusty Robot. That was really crazy play on the red team.
There's just not enough defensive buildables there. Earl Grey trying to make a move there. Does get stopped there, but Zinramu caught up in the spike trap. Is he able to get it? No, it's caught by Old Rusty Robot. Now making a move for the red team. Will Old Rusty Robot on a breakaway. You got Earl Grey in the distance. There goes Berserker Mike. Is he going to be able to stop Old Rusty Robot? No, it's actually Just Call Me Bao, as Just Call Me Bao picks up the Relic, taking it to the other side for their team.
You know what? There were 2 members down on blue team, and for them to make a defensive play in that way, that was really, really impressive. The red buff may have been a major help in that play.
All right, here comes Just Call Me Bao, waiting for his team to get in position. You saw a nice Thorns activated by the Bills, bringing everyone in him, taking him damage. Zinramu now standing there waiting for his team to get ready, but we got the Bills on in action here.
That was really good. The Bills using one of the strongest attacks, which is the overhead ability 1, and you saw the damage that Alona took right there. That was pretty strong, and now he's just juggling around waiting for his team to get together.
Waiting for his team to get in position like a very smart, patient player. Again, this is probably some of the best breakaway action that we've seen here. 2 teams completely evenly matched. It could go any way, Rich, and I'm surprised to see that the red team is already up 2-1.
Teams at 2-1, and look how close it is in terms of the net worth between both teams, even with red team up 1 point. But now it looks like Berserker Mike's going to go in for a point.
Looks like Berserker Mike trying to make a play there, gives it to his friend Zinramu. It's that Berserker Mike Zinramu connection. Just Call Me Bao falling right on top of the Relic, low on health, but nice clutch heal though by the blue team's Alona as the Bills picks up the Relic though, tries to clear for his team.
The combination on ultimates by the red team, the Thorns right there by Black Knight, barrage by Rollins, but the heals by Alona, that was so good from the red team. I love the chemistry that these guys have as far as team fighting goes.
Absolutely. Here we go. The Bills trying to make a move again for his team. If they get this, they will be up the first game, which would be amazing. Very shocking win here for the challengers against the undefeated team, the Salty Runbacks. Here we go to Bills again with the Relic. You can tell he's the main Relic runner, Rich.
That's right. You can see Just Call Me Bao able to get it right there, but not able to follow. But
Berserker Mike trying to make a dash right up the middle side, throws it, but no, doesn't get him against the rebound, but no, he gets stopped right at the last second. But here comes Just Call Me Bao trying to get the rebound. We have all the teams trying to make a push. This is the big push for the red team. Nice barrage by Berserker Mike, but he gets melted. This could be a team wipe, Rich.
You know what? Finally, the spike trap is down, and it's going to be 5 seconds until they get a kill.
3 seconds. Grey Trip all on his own, passing to himself. Here comes Old Rusty Robot. Grey Trip trying to make a move. He's just got to pass 1 defender, but Zinramu comes in and stops him right at the last second there. Zinramu nice using of Ragnarok there from Thorgrim, his ultimate, pushing everyone back, doing massive AoE damage. Rusty Robot has no choice but to back up and wait for her team. But here we go there. The Bills trying to make a move now. but it's not enough. Is you have all of blue team now fully respawn.
And you can see the background, that buildable by the Black Knight, which is the siege barrel, is going to knock down anything in its way, and it took down that one wall that the blue team has left.
Here we go again. Zinramu trying to make something happen for his team. Decides to back up as we're now down to 30 seconds there. Great trip. Nice interception there. Passing again. More pressure being put onto the blue team. If the 20 seconds tick down and the relic is in the red team area, the blue team will win. If it's in the blue team area, the red team will win. This could go any way. Here we go. Uglezorp trying to make a play. Will he be able to get the relic in? Berserker Mike picks it up. 10 seconds left to go. This could go one way or the other. Rich, where are you going to call it? Call it. 9 seconds. Who's going to get it?
I'm not going to do that right now. Too much pressure. It's getting
right,
really
5
crazy.
seconds. This is going mosh pit now. Uglezorp trying to make a move there. Last ditch effort. 1 second. Red team's able to pull it off. There it is, Rich.
You know, red team winning game 1, kind of a surprise, putting Team Salty Runback on their backs. But you know what? They've done this before. Sometimes I feel like they may be sandbagging on the first few games, but this is a team that you can't really sandbag on. The angry coaches perform so well. I love the pushes that they've had. Every single time they are pushing the relic, it's all 4 members.
Absolutely. No, I mean, they are playing as one cohesive team. You can tell that they are coaches because they clearly know how to play the strategy of this game. You're not seeing a lot of crazy rushing. You're not seeing one person go in on their own and get melted. It's all very team and coordinated. They wait for their team to come back when they respawn. This is, again, like, you just watch this video time and again because this is how to play Breakaway.
Yes. And we've seen it, you know, maybe there was just, maybe it's been a while for Team Salty Runback, but they've been going in one at a time, making themselves a very easy target to just whittle down and melt. And that's what happened earlier. Round 1, it was Mike Willett going in as Berserker Mike. He went in, wasn't able to follow through. And the same thing happened with Zinramu. Even though he did survive with the 3v1, he just wasn't able to get the space that he needed, didn't get any destructibles down. So I'm wondering if this is something that they are going to learn from and start to move in as a unit and as a group, the way that the red team is.
Now, you may remember when Salty Runback went up against DEFCON 5, they lost the first 2 matches. So maybe this team just needs a little bit to get going. They're like the Bowser in Mario Kart.
That's right.
You know, slow to start, but then bam.
That's right. So perhaps the warm-up is exactly what these guys need. Again, this is going to be best 3 out of 5, so there's a lot of things that could happen. We could see some character changes, just like all-around completely flips in terms of like what the strategy is going to be going in. And I'm not too sure, but
now,
I'm very excited to see it.
If you were coaching the blue team, what would you tell the Salty Runbacks? How are they going to stop the strategy here?
I think right now they just got to slow it down. Their pace is a little bit too fast for themselves. They're jumping the gun, doing self-passes, but every single time that they're doing that, they're exhausting their defensive abilities. So it's making themselves very susceptible to losing a lot of HP at any time they go into a fight, at the hopeful cost of just gaining a little bit more space on the field. They got to play it slow, save that defensive ability every single time, and go all in on these fights.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I noticed is that I didn't see a lot of buildables for defense with the team comp that the red team has. I mean, you got those spike traps, but you can time those, and, you know, maybe it's just a rush. Take a lesson from Darren. Just rush, rush, rush,
Yes.
rush, rush, rush.
And that's exactly why we saw him up, right? The pressure from the red team was always there. Blue team didn't have time to really play offense because they're playing D most of the time. And yeah, whenever they did have an offensive option, it was just a scramble. It was
All right, there we go.
organized.
Uglezorp putting that ramp in there early, but Zinramu says, yeah, that's not going to happen. But it does buy enough time for the blue team to take over and get the red buff. And what does the red buff do, Rich?
The red buff is going to give 25% increased damage for the entire team, as long as, for whoever destroys it.
Nice. All right, here we go. Zinramu trying to make a push there. It looks like they're taking the rush lesson, but DeBill's activating Thorns as a last-ditch effort save it. Berserker Mike, though, he's playing Black Knight there. He talked about team comp changes. Black Knight, Berserker Mike, going back to his fave.
And we do love that double tank rush where these guys are just passing and running that relic. And this may be a better pick for Berserker Mike.
All right, here we go. DeBills, again, he is the relic runner for their team, clearly. As we see some action there now, Berserker Mike gets the relic, throws it up there. Uglezorp decides not to go for the relic. Maybe he'll live to regret that, maybe not. Just call me Bao. Right around the relic, Zinramu, though, picks it up. DeBill is able to get the relic there. Here we go. Action happening midfield. It's a battle. Who's going to take the relic? Who's going to make the push? Rich, what are you seeing?
There's a lot of great pokes that are coming in from the red team, but there's a lot of pressure this time around from blue in this first round. So maybe the blue team's just kind of wisening up, and you can see the formations all 4 together every single time. They're trying to catch one person out of play, and maybe that's when they'll push on as soon as they're able to get 1 kill and have the power play on their side.
All right, here we go. We got Berserker Mike picking up the relic there. Taking shot from Barrage. That's the ultimate ability from Rollins. We got Berserker Mike trying to use his ability, pulling people towards him as the Bills now takes the stand. Is he able to make the rush in there? Will he mount the assault, or he looks like he's just stalling? Rich, what's the strategy here? What's going on in his head?
He's just stalling. There's a few members on the red team that are still behind the line, so maybe he's just waiting for them. Again, he's got the highest armor in the game. He has a lot of HP, so he's able to take a lot more hits, and I think he's just waiting on position. You can see it right now. He's kind of just juggling, waiting for everybody to get his position.
All right, here we go. It's a battle of the Black Knights there at the top as Great Trip takes the relic, goes up the left side, uses the dash to gain some ground. Great Trip trying to make a move here. Will he do it? No, he gets caught up by Zin Ramu as Berserker Mike takes the relic, but no, the relic gets hit. The Bills trying to make a move, use the dash, throws it in, scores one for the red team. Angry Coach is now up. Look at that.
You know what? The Bills' offensive power is so strong. Earlier, the blue team had the walls, but Berserker Mike is subbed out, went with the Black Knight, and now only has a spike trap. And I think this is kind of tough to deal with. Somebody like the Bills, who knows when to use that roll, when he has a relic in hand, is going to be really tough to stop if you don't have a Wrecking Hammer or walls.
And you got to look at that dash play. I mean, that was a clutch dash move.
Absolutely.
Using the dash to gain extra ground. He didn't need it for defense. It was more of an offensive weapon.
Yeah, that's exactly how he used it when he secured that first point.
All right, here we go. Round 2. You got Rusty Robot there making a nice little colony of healing shrines there. That'll be a good forward base for their team to fall back on.
You know what's really nice about the healing shrines is that you get to stack them. You know, the more you stack, the rate. Oh,
All right,
excuse me,
Berserker
hold
Mike,
on.
quick rush here, throws it in, but Great Trip there to save the day for the red team. Uglezorp using the slide to gain extra momentum. We see Uglezorp there trying to clear the relic, but Berserker Mike is in everyone's face there, trying to use his team, waiting for his team to get the rebound there. Berserker Mike just staying in the middle of the action. Black Knight so tanky.
And I think that that's the big difference. Earlier, he was going in with Rollins. He didn't have the HP or the armor to sustain the fight. But look at that. Their team was able to push him. But now, as I would mention that, the red team is pushing up, and Uglezorp dropping that buildable early in the round.
All right, the Bills, the lead rusher there for the red team. Here we go. Great Trip now with the ball. Great Trip throwing it up there, getting hit though. Relic popping up in the middle of the air. Berserker Mike throwing it, clearing the relic to midfield. Here comes Earl Grey, but no, nice time barrage there. Stops the Alona character right as she get it, but the Bills now getting hit, but Berserker Mike, whoa.
The self-rebound right there by the Bills, that is something so hard to do. Gets caught in jail though.
Here we go, just call me Bao, clearing the relic there midfield as Great Trip picks up the relic, taking it there up the right side there. Great Trip throwing it midfield, right around where Uglezorp is. Here we go. Earl Grey, though, nice pick up there with the relic, trying to take it to the other side. Here goes old Rusty Robot there. Nice pass there to Uglezorp, the best. Uglezorp fighting in a massive battle. Here we go. Bills trying to make a move there. We got Zin Ramu throwing it back to the other side. This is just back and forth action, non-stop,
Yes,
Rich.
back and forth. Great heals. Nice blessing of the sun by the Alona on the blue team. Able to get the health back on everybody. Red team is bleeding, though. They're pretty low in HP.
All right, here we go. Bills trying to get the relic. Look at that. Dashes it again.
Again,
Takes the
non-stop.
relic from the Alona character. She's forced to fumble it with that hit. Bills picks it up, uses the dash again, and bam, there it goes.
You just can't stop this guy. His eyes is on the ball, and watch the land into the defensive role. Again, the characters, while that is happening, your character is completely invincible and will not take effect to any abilities or strikes.
That is an axe slap to the face to that Spartacus.
Oh no, so it is 2-0. And
What do we see with the items that they're purchasing?
so the gold items, as you can see, with Zin, Ramo, Berserker, Mike, that is level 3. One more, these guys are going to have heroic, but this is what it's telling me. We may see some more fighting from Zin Ramu, and perhaps more aggressive relic running from Berserker Mike, which
Well,
is
they
exactly
see
what
Berserker
they
Mike
need.
using that siege engine buildable to take down that catapult there.
And that was a great use of
Oh,
it.
Zin Ramu, early rush. Sorry to cut you off there, buddy, but this is some action may happen early on there as we see the blue team trying to make a last-ditch effort. If they lose this round, they're down 2-0 in the playoffs here.
That's exactly what we've been talking about, has been like the downfall of the team. There's only one player at a time going in, at max 2. Not all 4 are communicating well enough to bring everybody on board. Again, look, just 1 on 4 every single time, and players are coming a little too late to the party. Oh my goodness.
Look at that. All right, here we go. The Bills again with the relic. Passes it up to Great Trip. Great Trip trying to make a move there. Gets stopped by Just Call Me Bao. Again, Rollins, an amazing defense and offensive player because of the fact that he is so fast and can hit and run and gun.
Now we have a pretty big team fight, and I like the position that Rollins had over there, that Great Trip took. Again, the team always waiting for each other, and I love that.
All right, here we go. Battle of the Black Knights there. DeBill wins that fight, though, but the relic does get popped up in the air there.
You can see that For Glory knocking off the Spartacus on the other team.
Okay, DeBill's making an assault going up the left side there. Rich, here it comes. Can DeBill's get it? DeBill's completely wide open. Nowhere in defense. There it is. Look at that. This is just an insult to injury to Salty Runbacks.
It's pretty dominating show right now. You can see the saltiness.
Oh,
on
the
Zin Ramu's
saltiness
face.
is real, ladies and gentlemen. Just look how happy Dave Hall is.
That's right.
It's the lead designer versus the creative director, and the lead designer is just mopping the floor with him.
Yes, and here we go. The famous chair shake by Berserker Mike at it again. These guys have to get their stuff together.
This is a clinic.
I think what they start to need to do is they need to focus on having somebody like Just Call Me Bao be the superstar of the team. Maybe build around him. We're starting to notice that they haven't been successful in running this relic, but maybe fighting is the thing that they need to do. Stick to your roots.
Go back to the fighting roots.
Go back
Channel
to your
your
roots.
inner killer instinct.
Yes.
And just start fighting in
nail
team
these
fights.
2-in-1. Start to chain a lot of the combos. Isolate their healer, and again, stop running the relic. That is obviously proven that these guys have a wall that you can't get through. Maybe you need to get through the players.
What an insult to injury if this team goes down without even winning one game.
It's, I mean, it's just one of those things. Everybody in the studio has been playing a lot. I can honestly say that I've seen the coaches play more than everyone else. You know, they've taken on the responsibility of taking in new players. They want to teach them how to play this game. And yeah, you got to get your games in. You're not going to get better just by watching other people play.
No, but you know what? Speaking of that, people at home are going to be able to get their games in. On December 15th, we have our alpha. So you head on over to playbreakaway.com/alpha. You will be able to sign up for the alpha, put in your email, we'll contact you, and you'll be able to, there it is, look at that, right on cue. You'll be able to join the fun, play with all of us starting on that Thursday.
That's right. Don't forget to hop onto the website in general as we cover all the characters that are going to be in this game. There's a lot of stories on how we came up with Spartacus, Rollins, Alona. This week, there's a pretty cool feature. Make sure to check it out in our news feed on playbreakaway.com. But for now, it looks like we're about to get back into the action.
All right, this is it, man. Match point if the angry coaches are able to defeat the salty runbacks here.
Yes, and for anybody that doesn't know, if you're tuning in for the very first time, please don't forget to hit that follow button so that you get notified the next time we go broadcast. But now let's jump into the match.
All right, Rich, before we do this, though, why don't you just recap for people, how do you win in this game?
So there's 3 ways to win in this game. One is to take that relay, take that relic, and score it into the opponent team relay, which is what this Spartacus is about to do. That's one way to get it.
There it is, Ugelsdorf. Oh, Zin Ramu tries to do the deny, but Ugelsdorf tries to get it. Here goes Zin Ramu. Nice defense there.
Very close. So that was one way to win. And another way to win is to completely kill everybody in the opposite team. Very simple, straightforward. Boom, I just mentioned it. And last but not least, there's a territory win. And that's making sure that you have the relic on the opposing team's side as soon as the time clicks down to 0. And those are the 3 ways to win in a game of Breakaway.
All right, thanks, Rich. And there we see a little action happening. We saw a couple people fall off the map there. That's okay. Everyone has that happen to him. It happens at least once to everybody. Zin Ramu making a play, though, trying to throw it up there. Can he get the rebound for his team? No, Just Call Me Bao gets the rebound, throws it in. You called it, Rich.
You know what?
Just Call Me Bao doing what he does best, carrying his entire team.
He's one of the strongest players, but you can see, you know the excitement. You've played this before. Everyone over at TwitchCon, like the excitement that embodies you when you have the relic in hand. It's so hard to pass the relic, right? But these guys have been doing a good job. They let Bao come into play and do his job and be the carry that the team needs.
It's good to see Happy Dave is back.
Yes, Happy Dave is back, and right now, let's talk about some of these buildables. The silver icons represent the fact that these are now level 2, and you can see blue team may have a significant item or equipment advantage
now the
over
blue
red.
team, those are actually the equipment that they're purchasing. They're buying the demolition, which gives them extra damage against those buildables. So those buildables, all those structures you see on the field there, like the wall or that ramp.
As well as the buffs, and that's maybe a reason that they've been getting those buffs, especially on that first one. They did have that red buff.
All right, here we go. There you see Zin Ramu just taking damage, just wrecking shop with that catapult, clearing the buildables for his team. Again, a very smart way to play Breakaway. You got to pay attention to the buildables. Here we go, battle happening midfield there as we see Zin Ramu pick up the relic, trying to take it right in all on his own. He's going to jump in there. He's going to go get hit by Grey Trip, though. Does get nailed, but he's still trying to do the fight.
Dude, I thought he could be setting up for a throw. Barely makes it out there alive, but a lot of people in that entire fight were so low from the blue team.
All right, old Rusty Robot, coach himself, Brian Littenbrink, trying to make a move, though, but it does get stopped by Just Call Me Bao, as Bao now has a relic, accidentally passes it back to the other side there. It's now just a mad mosh pit, but Berserker Mike able to come up with the relic there. He's fighting off 2 people, though, almost dead, and there he goes. He's melted.
The builds, does this guy do everything. I mean, we saw him in the middle of the fight perfectly executing on that Thorns and just getting additional strikes and getting that win, and is now carrying the Relic.
All right, here we go. DeBill's trying to make a push there. On his own, though, not enough people around him to try to make it. Breakaway is a very teamwork-oriented game. It is very hard to do it all on your own. As you see the power of teamwork here, Zinramu able to clear the Relic for his team, but now you got the rest of the red team. But whoa, look at that interception by Berserker Mike.
We're starting to see more team formations from the blue team, but this is where it gets kind of crazy and hazy. As soon as they pass that midline, they start to go a little too ham.
All right, here we go. Berserker Mike with a nice jumping interception there. Good hit there on DeBills. As we see DeBills trying to get the jumping interception there. The Relic is just going back and forth, left and right. This is like a ping pong match more than Breakaway, Rich.
Yes, that's right. And we're down to our 2-minute mark, so as the time winds down, the more intense it gets between these two teams. I'm not sure who's going to take
Trying to
it.
get that health in that little colony of healing shrines, but he does go down. Here we see Berserker Mike trying to make some moves happen for his team. It's a big mosh pit battle, though, happening right there at the base of the red team. Oh, Zinramu trying to make a move there. Zinramu passes it, not enough time. It picks up the rebound play. Tries to have him, but Berserker Mike, they try to do that Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. We've seen time and time again. This time, though, it doesn't work as Old Rusty Robot is on a breakaway, completely on his own. Is Berserker Mike able to catch up? Yes, he is.
Oh, no, Old Rusty Robot. You know, great. He took nearly 90% of the map and was able to move it forward.
He couldn't go all the way, Rich, as here we go. Action now happening back with the red team trying to make a move again. DeBills now has it, but DeBills gets stopped, but no, able to pick it up.
What?
Throws it in. That's how you make a throw.
4 points straight for DeBills. He is one angry coach, but looking pretty happy these games.
And look at that. Willette doesn't even know what's going on. He couldn't produce his way out of this one, man.
No, definitely couldn't.
You know, it's interesting. You saw that Zinramu tried to make the throw, wasn't able to do it. DeBills probably made the throw mechanic happen. And he's like, you know what? I know it's this, it's actually this instead of that. So really good work there from DeBills. And we have a question from one of our viewers.
Oh, okay. So Jeff is asking, why did Salty Rumback lose over at TwitchCon? Well, thank you for the amazing question, because we may have people from DEF CON 5, which were the team assembled to beat these guys. You know what? The team that played against Salty Rumback was an amazing team. These guys played 16 games straight, never lost, and they wanted a challenge. Team Salty Rumback did a great job, stepped it up and fought. And you know what? DEF CON 5 came up on top, but with still only 3 versus 2. Every team played great, but that's exactly how they lost. Thank you for the question,
they lost because they were playing a lot like they are now. Like they're completely underestimating their team and trying to just showboat. And you know what? That's not a way to win.
That's right,
guys. You see Zinramu there, caught in jail, one of the buildables of Rollins.
And guys, for anybody else on chat, if you have questions, we have moderators on deck, so do not forget to ask your questions. But right now, let's get back to the match.
All right, here we go. DeBills trying to make a move there for his team. We know DeBills has that lethal arm, but doesn't even need it. Just dashes right in there. And look at the stun look on Zinramu.
You know what? It's just one of those things. The team gets on fire. The morale is boosted up, and you can see the complete opposite.
DeBills pays the bills.
Yes. I think right now, just communication is just all over the place on the blue team. Red team is coordinated. Again, maybe this is one of the reasons why having a coach works so well. Perhaps Old Rusty Robot is calling the plays for these guys, but there is direction for the red team, and there's an objective that these guys are hitting every single time.
This could be it, Reg. If the red team's able to pull it off, the Angry Coaches will pull off the ultimate stunner here today on our Throwdown Thursday main event Friday edition.
That's right. So Zinramu with the first touch on that Relic, and look, great job. They got the red buff. That's 2 times in this game so far.
And the red buff, what does that do, Rich?
The red buff is going to give 25% increased damage for you and your entire team, and that's a lot.
Nice blessing of the sun there used by that alone on the blue team, trying to heal her team in that team fight. As you see the action now happening midfield, Old Rusty Robot, there he is. Coach Belichick himself passing it to Grey Trip. Rusty Robot gets the Relic back to him, but does get stopped there by Berserker Mike as the Relic pops right up in the air. It could be anyone's jump ball there. DeBills trying to make a move. Do not let DeBills get the Relic if you are the blue team. Ooh, nice ramp, jumping ramp from Throwdown, getting on a breakaway there. He's going to go up there, try to get that extra momentum by sliding down the ramp, but he does face a little bit of action there from the Spartacus on the red team.
I can almost tell that Zinramu did not want the Relic in hand and perhaps wanted to do a follow-up combo to knock somebody off. But his opponent got pretty lucky on that one.
You can definitely see the blue team is targeting DeBills. As we see there, Earl Grey trying to make a move there midfield there as Zinramu now using Ragnarok to clear the Relic. and gain the red team, moving them out of the way of the relic, but it's not enough as Grey Trip is able to pick up the relic for the red team.
And you can see this team formation that the red team has even during this switch. Look at that, everybody on deck to catch that relic. Defense is on point for Angry Coaches.
That was an amazing way to use the Dawn ability of Alona there, of Old Rusty Robot, using her special dash ability so she can instantly get the relic there for her team. As we see Zenramu now with the relic going up the left side there. Zenramu trying to make a play, using Ragnarok to clear the paces. Earl Grey tries to make a move, but he's caught up in the spike trap, which slows him down. Just enough time for Grey Trip to pick up the relic and take it to the other side.
An amazing counterplay right there. Now there's going to be 2 members walking in the front line, only 3 to deny it. But look at this, able to go so far on the map. That ramp's got to go, David.
That's a clutch ramp there. Spartacus buildable, giving your team a quick boost in speed and a height. As you jump up through the air, it's a great way to gain ground and to move the relic closer to your opponent. As we see the Bills picking up the relic, sliding down there to get that extra momentum boost. Oh, look at that complete whiff, but Earl Grey, nice, using that her dash ability again to gain ground.
And finally now the Rollins from the red team takes out that blue team ramp, so it's going to be pretty hard for the blue team to get that relic on out of there, because right now red is pushing hard.
Yeah, they're trading blows left and right, Rich, as we see Grey Trip trying to make a move to get in the middle of the mosh pit there. Old Rusty Robot now making a scene, trying to push it there. You got 4 people against 2. Odds are definitely in favor of the red team. Old Rusty Robot there using the dash to gain ability there. The Bills now has it. Oh, don't let the Bills have it. Don't let the Bills. Oh, my God, there it is.
The Bills.
A 3-0 shocker as Salty Runbacks goes down.
Again, you know what? Today was an amazing exhibition between 2 Titan teams, the Angry Coaches and Team Salty Runback. MVP.
Bow. Or not, sorry.
Was
The
for
Bills.
sure, the Bills.
The Bills, for sure.
That was so good. And I think, you know what, for the viewers at home, please let us know if you want to see more games. I think these guys want to play a little bit more.
I think they want to play one more round.
Do we want to run back?
One more game is happening.
All right. So we're setting up another match for you guys. And looks like we're going to answer some more questions. And we're wondering, so we got a question from Jeff.
Yeah, we got another question from Jeff. He wants to know, Rich, can broadcasters kind of team up and stream together in one same game?
So, yes, I mean, look at this. The way that we have it right now is that players can definitely get into a party, let everyone know that who wants to play, and they can definitely set it up, put up a channel on everyone's end, and you could be watching both streams. It's nice to have the different perspectives. That's actually one of the plans that we have here for the studio. As we invite some of these broadcasters to come in, you can definitely watch the spectator broadcast that's live on here on Throwdown Thursday. But at one point, you'll be able to see your favorite broadcaster and whoever's going to be broadcasting live, get their player perspective and kind of see what it is from a player, but also over here from our desk. And I hope that answers your question, Jeff.
Nicely done, Rich. Now, I got a question for you.
These are tough.
You're Dave Verfaillie. Your team just got completely wiped and aced. How do you come back from this?
I would just ask the broadcast team to cut it short. Just call it a day from there. Maybe ask for a rematch at a later date. But if I had to play today, I think right now, on a serious note, there's something that the team needs to do. They need to tighten up on their formations, and they need to dominate on the buffs. Right now, every single time that a buff is acquired, they're moving forward, but the problem is that there's only 1 or 2 people moving. And I think that alone, you're going against, again, a team of designers and combat-centric and combat-heavy focused players. People like Chris Corey, people like David Hall, they know how to get in and out of a fight. So you can't go in there thinking that you can survive a 3v1. Go in with your team, go in with that large size unit, and play it slow. Because that's exactly what Red is doing.
That's good, Rich. That's much better than my answer. My answer would have been, I would have asked Brian Lindenbrink, our key coach here, what I need to do to win.
You know what? That would have been just as good, or if not better. And here we go. We're diving into.
All right. This is the bonus round.
The runback, the bonus round.
The bonus round. We're going to keep giving as many chances as it takes for Salty Runbacks to finally score here. As we see Ugolzorb trying to make a move there. Intercepted by Earl Grey, though. Earl Grey passing it up to Zenramu. These guys are no nonsense now. As we see Berserker Mike trying to make a move there. Going up the left side there. Berserker Mike now midfield. Trying to take it up the right side there. Does get hit, though, by that Earl Grey. Ruthel Rollins action. Popping the relic up in the middle of the air. As we see the Bills, nope, decides not to get it. As Berserker Mike picks it up, uses the dash, though. But you cannot win that battle when you got 3 defenders against you.
Again, right? Like we were calling out that problem of 4v1, 4v2. It's too tough to deal with. You're not dealing with amateurs, you're dealing with the guys that play multiple hours a day. All right, Jeff, we want to give you a quick sound off. Everybody on chat, say goodbye to our good old friend Jeff B. And right now, back to the action. 3 minutes left in the match. Let's talk this through and get hyped.
All right. Jeff B has left the building, but, you know, maybe now the Salty Rum Max can start playing for reals, right?
Yes, there was a lot of pressure throughout that team. You know, they're
Here we
wanting
see
to
Berserker Mike completely go. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. There was no one there on the red team.
Yes, okay. Maybe you need one. Sometimes that one is what helps you in a team.
This is
try
the
to move
momentum
on up.
shift?
The momentum shift.
Could be.
Who do you guys, like, do you guys at home think that the Salty Rumback can come back from this crazy deficit? Could they win the rematch match?
They do have that chair shake, and that, you know, that's an advantage right there.
Yes,
like, shakes per minute is really high on the blue team.
Yes. SPM is ridiculous. Now, let's talk about some of the items over here
Alright.
for round 2. Look at the difference in net worth between these two guys. Practically even. But right now, you know what? Blue team having that first point is pretty good to have for them. Wait, what's happening?
Oh, look at that. Great Trip trying to make a quick move there, but Berserker Mike able to stop that quick rush of Great Trip. As we see there, the Relic there just chilling there. Whoa, look at that. Flying Zenramu picks up the Relic. Nice pass there to Berserker Mike. They'll pass back to Zenramu. Zenramu now jumping, getting that extra momentum, sliding down there. Up the left side, Zenramu. Oh, Old Rusty Robot. Belichick himself able to stop that action from happening. Doing his best Butter Beanie impression.
That's
Playing
right.
epic defense there as Alona.
You know what caused that fumble? That was a barrel dropper from Rollins. The AoE damage that comes out of that thing every time it explodes will cause a fumble, and that's a reason why the red team got saved from that point.
All right, Old Rusty Robot now trying to make a move there. Decides to pick up the Relic there, going up the right side there. Old Rusty Robot, decides to get, almost gets totally fallen off the map, but able to hang on for dear life. As we see Just Call Me Bao with the Relic there, getting the shot there, trying to fight against two people. Not winning that fight as the Relic just pops up in the air and falling right there, but the Bills picks it up. The Bills has it. You got to watch out for that, and they are all over him now like white on rice.
You can see Zenramu now just playing a little bit deep, but look how offensive and aggressive the entire red team is. Nice blessing of the sun from the Alona, giving everybody the refresh that they needed.
All right, here we go there. We got Berserker Mike there trying to make a move there, all in his own, pulling all of the red team towards him. Takes out one of them, though. But that was him.
That was him. You know what? You'd like to think that maybe he got a kill on a 4v1, but you're not going to be able to do that against these guys. The team is too strong.
All right, here we go. There action happening now as we see Berserker Mike trying to make a move there, going up the left side there. Berserker Mike throwing it midfield. Relic just chilling there in the middle as Great Trip picks it up. Tries to go down the right side, slides down, get that extra momentum. Great Trip trying to make a move there. Does get stopped, though, but Berserker Mike picks up the rebound, trying to take it back for his side of the field as the Relic pops up, though. Nice. Look at that barrage action happening from Berserker Mike there.
So many
as we see, look at this action happening back and forth and back and forth.
So many shots. Great blessing of the sun again by the Alona. So clutch. I mean, Old Rusty Robot knows when to pull that heal when needed.
All right, here we go. Uglesdorf there, trying to make a move there. Passing it up to Just Call Me Bao. Bao taking the Bellic to the other side of the field. Tries to get in the action is Berserker Mike, but it's not enough there. Look at all this action happening. The Relic is just like a scrum in rugby.
And you can see, and somehow Just Call Me Bao is able to make it out there. It's going to have two players to deal with, but we do have the follow-up from Berserker Mike. Where's the rest of the team? Now there it is. Zenramu up in the mix now, too.
All right, here we go. Just Call Me Bao using that slide, but does get stopped by Great Trip there. Great move by Rollins, making that Relic pop up in the middle of the air so the red team can pick it up and save the day. Here we go. Berserker Mike, though, picking up the interception as, again, the Relic's just battling, happening back and forth. I feel like the blue team's now spawned back to life, Rich.
They're back to life, and you know what? Berserker Mike just going in there. He's going ham. We are down to our final minute, so territory win is in play.
All right, here you go. That yellow line you see in the middle there. Whatever side is able to take it further to their opponent, they will win that point. Rusty Robot now trying to make a move there. Doing a lot of jump in there as Alona. Trying to get the Relic there. They got the other two defenders just watching it happen, though. As look at that! The Bills picks up the rebound, throws it right underneath the Wrecking Hammer, and scores using the dash ability yet again.
Guys, I think there's a lot of gifts that can be made from the Bills' plays today. Definitely somebody to watch if you're looking to learn how to play Black Knight and roll it in. Guys, there's some salty people on the floor. You can't see it at home. However, John Bautista, Just Call Me About not so happy.
I don't think there's anyone on the blue team that's
against his
happy right
opponents
now.
right now. But we will see. Again, this is a team that I've seen come up from a 2-0 deficit and win 3 straight. But right now, this is only one match. We're just doing this rematch.
This is the special bonus round. We have to try something so that they can score. And it worked in the beginning, but you know what? The red team, they came back as angry coaches, not so angry now. They're looking a little happy.
Nonetheless, like both teams are amazing. They've both been performing exceptionally well.
Let's give
right?
credit
like,
where credit is due. You're right. This is some expert play here.
We can't take away from that. However, you know, sometimes it's a matter of like an extra practice session, and maybe that's what old Rusty Robots were bringing. The high that he has from Grand Finals yesterday could be taken into this match. You know, he didn't do so well yesterday with his team. They did amazing, but this time he wants his revenge.
Oh, he wants to win some love here on Throwdown Thursday. As we see the blue team trying to make a push there. Ooh, barely misses it though, as Great Trip now taking the relic, clearing it back to midfield. Great Trip almost on a breakaway, but does get stopped there by Zinramu.
And Berserker might get caught in that chill, but that armor and HP is going to make it hard for anybody to
Nice
kill him.
clear there by Great Trip, throwing the relic there midfield. You got a Rollins against a Thorgrim. I will not take that bet. As we see Great Chef doing massive passing action there from the blue team. That is amazing. As we see DeBills now sliding in the action. Ooh, look at that juke there. Totally faking out the team, but Berserker Mike doesn't bite, and he's able to take the relic from the red team there.
You can see all members going in. There are members from the blue team just going down, and I believe it's because of Uglezorb going in with his expert combat capabilities.
All right, here we go there. We got a pass happening there to Berserker Mike, but does not decide to take the relic. Instead, Great Chip able to pick it up, going back to midfield there. Just call me Bao. You got Earl Grey, you got Zinramu. You got a nice Ragnarok there happen there. Berserker Mike trying to make a move there, decides not to though. Goes back midfield, taking a lesson from Gucci Pants there, doing a little Stalin action there midfield, waiting for his team to get in position there. That's good discipline there.
That's right. I like the pass right there by Berserker Mike. He's now gaining health due to the Radiance from Alona.
All right, here we go there. Earl Grey throws it, but no!
Oh, no. So
no, we've
short.
seen that again and again. They just can't get the distance.
Nobody.
But no, here comes Bao. Is he able to do it? No. Great Trip using a beautiful barrage by Rollins, just trying to stop as much as he can. Berserker Mike trying to push his way in, unable to do so, as DeBills is now on a breakaway. Look how fast DeBills is going. That's on a massive power play with two people down on the blue team side. It is all DeBills all the time. He could go all the, oh my goodness, he gets stopped right there. Oh, and look at that ramp. Well placed by the blue team. Berserker
much
Mike.
action. And look at the quick turnaround. One member down on red team. All three members of blue team now going in.
Rich, here it is. Can Berserker Mike? No, he can't make it either.
This defense is out of control, David.
All right, Zinramu trying to show him up now, but nope, DeBills just makes that stop too. And as Grudge Chip's now back in the action there, using his barrage yet again to play like little human turret action as Uglezorb tries to make a move.
This is you know, I'm at a loss for words right now. Just the display of defense from red team. Look at that focus that they're giving onto Zinramu. They don't want him to be alive. However, Berserker Mike is definitely somebody to worry about.
All right, here we go there. Action happening now on the red team side. DeBills has it. We're 47 seconds left to go. There's that yellow line again. Whoever side is able to cross the relic closer to their opponent, they will score the point.
Look at
when
the
clock expires.
Now look at the focus between two captains on the team. On the bottom left, you have the Bills. On the bottom right, Zinramu. Zinramu's doing a lot more table slamming than the Bills is. He's got his hand on his controller all the time.
All right, here we see DeBills trying to make a move there, throwing the relic. That's smart play with 25 seconds left to go. DeBills picking it up though, decides to throw it, and of course we know DeBills can make the 3 points.
You know what? Place your bets, kids, because anytime the Bills plays, that's a safe bet to play.
Yeah, I mean, DeBills, man, he is the Larry Bird of throwing the 3-pointers here at Breakaway.
An amazing job right here, and looks like they're going to be taking, this could be match point.
Again.
Again.
All right, what did we see about the items? Seen a lot of purples there happening there on the blue team side. What are those heroics?
Just call me Bao with the heroic attack damage item. That's going to give him an extra boost on his. We have an extra cooldown item on Alona as well, so that means every time you hit an opponent, you are reducing 1 second of cooldown per every ability. And now, let's jump into it. There was also heroics on the other side, but we got to call this action. It's too hard.
All right, here we go. Zinramu trying to make a save for his team. Gets stopped by DeBills, though, but nice pickup there by Berserker Mike. On a breakaway. Is Uglezorb able to catch up? Yes, he is. Berserker Mike, though, picks up the relic. No, he gets stopped at the last minute with a huge retribution there.
All 4 members of the blue team there, but no one able to secure that point. The Bills now going in for that Thorns and just pulling everybody, forcing fumbles left and right.
All right, look at that. Zinramu now running it right in there. He's not passing it to his team. He's like, I'm going to show you how to get this done.
Okay, so perhaps the final chance for redemption. Oh, no.
Did you see that sigh of relief in Zinramu there right before we cut away? Man, he's like, whoo-hoo. I can't believe what's going on.
this. All right, here we go. Final points right now. Again, who do you think is going to take it?
You know, Rich, I have to go with the angry coaches.
I'm loving the angry coaches right now. The totals.
Just look at all those heroics. I mean,
the kills and deaths are practically even. 13 and 13, 19 to 21. This is anyone's point right now.
All right, here we go. Zinramu trying to make a move there. Again, though, hard to solo it against the Bills. The Bills, here he is.
How does he do it?
Gonna have to go back to the other side there as Earl Grey trying to make a move there. Ugelzorf going down there, trying to slide there. Ugelzorf picking up his own relic. That's nice. We see the action happening. This could be it. Ugelzorf trying to make a move there, but no, he gets his own rebate, and there it is. Look at that as the angry coaches pull off the victory in the bonus round. The Bills deciding to change his name to the Patriots with the amount of destruction that he's doing.
That's right, folks. That was an amazing set of matches that happened here on Throwdown Thursday, the Friday
edition.
special.
That's right.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We want to thank all of the players for spending the time to play with us and to play for all you guys at home. If you guys have any questions, we'll be here for the rest of the day on our forums, on our sites. So please ask away. Today was awesome, man.
It was amazing. And you know what? You never know when we're going to do a surprise, which is why it's important to follow us on Twitch. Because you know what? You'll get that automatic email whenever we decide to broadcast. Could be a random Friday. Could be a normal Thursday. Probably will be normal Thursday, except this upcoming Thursday because we're off.
That's right.
As you probably are too. But don't worry, though. Make sure you use that time to go to playbreakaway.com/alpha to register for your chance to play in our alpha on December 15th.
So don't forget to hop on there. We look forward to seeing you shortly after the break. Not this break, but the holiday break. And again, we have a pretty cool episode that time around. We're not going to spoil it this week.
No, it will be a great one of the ages, if you will, as the salty runbacks may be a little extra salty. Little tease there.
That's right. So from all of us over here from Amazon Game Studios, Orange County, and the entire crew over here, we look forward to seeing you next time. This is Filthy Rich.
Mr. Sill, we'll see you guys on the battlefield.